Greetings from Snake Mountain Boat Works on Friday, March 18, 2022. I'd like to introduce you to Priscilla. She's a 1940 17-foot Chris-Craft double cockpit forward runabout. We have been in the process of emptying her out because despite somebody's best efforts at installing a 5200 bottom, she leaks horribly. And we have some ideas. We've observed it's a rather odd technique that person used. Let me just come around here. If we can look down into the bilge, you see that when the 5200 bottom was installed, the inner skin that was installed prior to the planks going on was plywood. Well, if you look right there, I think you can see a series of cracks. It's actually domed up. This boat hit something really, really hard. But the strange part is, I guess this person chose, rather than to fit the inner skin to the frames from essentially the helm station to the bow, continuing with plywood, he or she decided it'd be a hell of a lot easier just to screw on some planks running north-south. Well, planks running north-south don't really provide very much in the way of strength and durability. So what's happened is this plank, this inner board here is split all the way through. The keel is damaged in that area. We're finding lots of rot even before we take the boat apart in this area. So we will, as a first step, concentrate along the keel, removing the garboards. Now remember, if this truly is a 5200 bottom, and you can see evidence of squeeze out in a couple of places here, then getting it apart is just going to be brutal. We're hoping our fine multi-master tool with a fairly aggressive blade will allow us to excise the planks so we can use them as patterns, because they will not be reusable afterwards. But she really is a beautiful boat. The tumble home is just as sweet as can be. She is a true barrelback. Part of our scope of work here will involve sanding this varnish with wet dry paper, essentially blocking it. Viewed from a distance, the varnish looks really good, and it's quite sound. But the problem is, whoever varnished it didn't pay attention to runs, and particularly the top sides and the decks in places are just full of runs. So we will sand it flat, not going through the varnish, and then build some coats over what is there already. Now, Joe and Rick are finishing up, releasing the strut and everything else inside the hull before we roll her over. but we will flip her today. And a caution for everybody out there who is working on a boat with this kind of a finish on it. You just know that it's been waxed. And the waxed surface has a very, very low coefficient of friction. So if you do not clean the wax off and you flip it over and set it down on boat dollies, you're likely to see the dollies slide out from under the boat. So we will carefully wash the surface down with a rag just dampened in acetone, particularly on the foredeck and the aft deck, to remove any wax that has built up over the years. And then we will start on the bottom, and we'll keep you apprised as we work along. So here is our introduction to you of Priscilla, 1940, 17-foot, double cockpit forward, barrelback runabout. Thank you so much. Bye-bye for now from Snake Mountain Boat Works.